USAID, right? USAID. It came out, hundreds of just tremendous amounts of money, had nothing to do with anything. This is a terrible thing that was experienced, but we're catching them left and right. We're catching them. We're catching them to a point where they don't know what the heck is going on. They can't believe they're getting caught. And I have great respect for the people that are doing it. Elon Musk is helping us on it. And he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's pretty good at it. But the numbers are astounding. They're astounding. Even Doug was shaken up by what he heard.
Hello, this is Homefront Headlines. I'm Amanda Weinstein.
And I'm Casey Weinstein.
Did you forget who you were?
And it's I always usually you say, and this is my husband.
You are my husband. It's
okay.
True.
All right. And it is afternoon. So I'm cracking open a Diet Coke.
For the caffeine. We need some caffeine.
Go.
Why do we need so much caffeine right now? Are we all exhausted or just under attack all the time?
I don't know. It is absolutely exhausting. But luckily Trump has a plan for everything, like Middle East peace.
Going to take away all of USAID.
Yes, he's going to destroy USAID. I think we're up to 54 states. So we got Canada, Panama, Greenland, and now Gaza is going to become a state. So they're just going to, like, who knew how simple this could be? You just move all the people.
Forcibly remove
2 million all the people
Gaza.
who live there, and then it's fine.
Problem solved.
Yeah, it's great. So
there you go.
Trump in his genius was just like, we're just going to move in there. We're going to move them out somewhere, and we're just going to move in there and make the Riviera. He went to Jared. And Jared is going to make it the Riviera of the Middle East. And I'm sorry we're laughing. But
I mean, that's all you can do sometimes. It's so terrible. You just have to sit there like the meme of, like, what is it, the dog behind the burning stuff? This is fine. It's all fine.
It's all fine.
It's all fine. It's all burning.
There's going to be Trump towers all over Gaza. The 2 million people, we don't know. We don't know where they have their right to live there. That's their homeland. But not anymore,
Florida, Mar-a-Lago. How big is Mar-a-Lago?
We can just move them to Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. Or the giant concentration camp that Trump is building at Guantanamo Bay that's supposed to house 30,000 people. I don't know. He's got plans for everything. Back to what you said, USAID, this massive agency that does so much good around the world that also helps us.
I think that went even farther than Project 2025. It's like Project 2025 on steroids.
Was there a Project 2026?
Maybe it was in the footnotes. Not everyone reads the footnotes.
Oh no!
Just completely eliminate it. And this does a lot of important things that actually is about America, even though the money is going overseas, to make sure that pandemics, as much as we can, don't hit America, that if there's an Ebola outbreak in Africa, that we help them contain it so it doesn't come over to America, and that the rest of the world is stabilized so we're not pulled into world war. There's just a few things that really affect us. I don't really want another world war where, our family members die, or another pandemic where our family members die. Just to live, this stuff helps.
The U.S. benefits mightily from a healthy, stable, growing world economy.
Yes.
It is a tiny investment.
Our businesses do.
Oh yeah, businesses
it's more people to buy our stuff.
New markets.
Let alone the farmers who are actually providing the food to those countries, from soybean and wheat and rice and all of the things they produce.
Right. It is a less than 1%. I think it's approximately 1% of the budget. It might be less though.
Yeah, it's small.
And it goes to, first of all, there's the moral side, which is great. But putting that aside, it's just the right thing to do to use the wealth that we have here to help uplift the rest of the world and create a prosperous, more healthy world. Yeah. It stabilizes the world. It's soft power for the United States. And this stuff is zero sum. So when we come out, guess who comes in? China, Russia, other countries who don't have our interests at heart or in mind, and are going to slide right into that vacuum and rewrite the rules of the next century, of this century, using the tiny investment that has such a giant return of soft power And that's how we lose influence and China gains.
Yeah. I mean, I think what you said, the exact right word is investment, right? The right frames this as it's spending, as if we're throwing it in the garbage, as if this could be used on something else. But this is an investment, and this investment helps pay off for America.
Can you say that again, though, that I said the exact right words? These are things I don't hear that often from you.
Debatable.
That's her favorite word, debatable. She disagrees with something I say.
That is
debatable. Oh, man. Oh, but it's not just overseas. It's not just overseas that we're going to just fix it all. Greenland, Panama, Gaza, Canada. Just for a second on Canada. It's pretty clear they don't want to become the 51st state of the United States. I did see a really funny tweet out there, and we're going to pivot subjects, but it was like Tommy Lauren or someone saying, hey, name one thing Canada does better than the United States. And someone replied, life expectancy.
Pretty good.
And it's significantly more. It's like 5 years. It's like 5 years.
Oh, they live longer.
Like, and I'm like, join America.
Happier. I think
live a half decade less. Like, join
better
America.
Better mobility. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry, Canada, for that. Most of us agree with you that you're just a wonderful friend and partner with a long, peaceful border.
Great ally.
Yeah. And we're happy to keep it that way. Yeah. But Trump isn't just solving everything internationally. He has ideas for how we can fix everything domestically.
Oh yeah, education.
Who needs it?
Exactly.
We're just gonna stop doing that.
Don't need the Department of Education, which I will say, I think a lot of people don't understand what the Federal Department of Education does, and they do a lot. One of the things they do is make sure that everyone across the nation actually has access to education. So if your child has a disability, they should also have education that accommodates their disability, whether that disability is issues with reading or hearing or mobility. They should have access to an education.
Right.
Or race. Same thing with race. They make sure that every race has access to education.
Yeah.
Oh, the kitty's coming.
This is Oreo, our new cat. And she just goes wherever she wants. So she did get a good checkup today. So we're really proud of her.
Cute.
Yeah. Cats really help on the internet. So the internet's like half cats. Did you know that? Lately in my Instagram feed, it's been fat cats. I don't know why the algorithm fat cat means.
You're going to try and fatten up this cat.
I know.
She's like, I'm into it. Give me the treats.
Hi, kitty.
I'll take all the treats.
Anyways, it's not political. It's not partisan. The Department of Education.
Oh, people like their education.
Billions in grants and enforces title like tons
to make
of
sure everyone has access, whether you're low income, whether your kid has a disability,
right?
Whether your state government are racist assholes trying to segregate their schools, right? They're going to address that, and we need that.
Everyone has a right to learn, and wherever you live, if you have special needs, if you learn a different way,
your kid is on an IEP.
If your kid's on an IEP. That's a lot of kids. And that is not a Republican or a Democratic issue. But just
shouldn't be.
It's such an easy thing in politics. I've learned over time. It's so easy to just say no to something and just take it all down, tear it all apart. People build entire political careers on no. It's a lot harder to have ideas and do reforms and try to make things better. And this is what we've got in this government right now, is just a no, just tear it all down.
Yeah. I mean, they don't know how to govern, right? So there are issues with our education system. I think there are many parents out there who would like to see our education system improved. I would like to see lower teacher-student ratios. I would love to see more funding so that each kid can have more individualized attention. I would love that, right? There are improvements I think every parent can point to. However, again, when you're the party of no, you don't know how to say yes to what improvement.
I want to see extra recess, and I want extra candy vending machines in the lunchroom.
That's what our kids would love.
Student government.
I go. I mean, but the other thing the Department of Education does is they provide the data on our public education system.
Oh boy, don't get her started on data. Here we go.
You said you would let me talk about data.
Oh God, continue.
When we have no data on our public education systems, we cannot make informed choices and decisions about strategies to improve that education system. It also means that we don't have real information about how our education systems are doing. It means it could be purely propaganda of someone, let's say the president, just announcing everyone is doing twice as good in our K-12 systems as they were last year. Based on what data?
So this is interesting because the DOGE is going in there and hacking away and destroying everything. But they're not just going for efficiencies. They're destroying the tool, the data, the repositories that could actually help us make smart policy decision and make smart efficiencies.
100%.
Whoa.
Go to any business, and I know specific businesses who use their data to find efficiencies, to find where they can have fuel savings.
100%. If you don't have data, how are you making decisions? So what are they doing instead?
Taking the data
Hacking it away. Hacking and destroying entire agencies that have been bipartisan, had bipartisan support for decades and have done good for decades. How do you think we became the most prosperous country in the world?
Well-educated workforce.
We wrote the rules
yeah.
for the world order. We used our soft power. We have tremendous allies. We have relationships. We have opened up markets for our companies. And we have created an environment where America can thrive and Americans can thrive. It didn't happen by accident.
No.
And they're destroying the institutions and the agencies that made that happen, right? And it's just incredibly sad to see. So the smart efficiencies come from data-based decisions.
Absolutely. I mean, but just think, like, they are clearly want to rewrite history and hide history and ignore history. We've seen them do this with, like, trying to hide the Tuskegee Airmen video.
Yeah.
But why? Right? Why do you hide history? Right? You want to repeat it. Right? Why do you hide the data? Right? I really don't think we're talking enough about government data. Why would you take down government data sites, which has happened with the CDC, it's happened with the census and a number of other government data sites? Why would you take down the data? Right? Why?
To, like, prevent smart decisions from being made in the future. They're making permanent decisions.
And we have
so that they can't reconstitute. So they can't.
And nothing is based on information.
Yeah.
It's all based on propaganda.
Oh man.
We now have a government where you take away the data, you take away the information, and you replace it with propaganda. And I think people don't realize enough, like, businesses use government data, census data, to determine their customers, their markets, to make business decisions.
Right.
Like, it's not just about public decisions. This is about our whole economy runs on data.
And ironically, like, Elon Musk knows this about his private companies. Like, Tesla uses data. SpaceX uses data and information to try to make better products.
Someone there does.
Yeah, someone.
I don't think
I said
him.
the companies. I didn't say
that's
it was him.
Fair. Yeah,
but he's leading the DOGE. And I would say, speaking of, so it's very deeply concerning.
Hey, how's Tesla doing right now on their sales?
People aren't buying Teslas. People aren't buying Teslas.
Seems not efficient.
Yeah. So not great for business, but I don't know that he cares. He's on some ideological quest now, like right-wing quest to burn everything down.
The other thing is data security. It's not just the data, but the security of the data they have access to, which the reason why Trump wanted to ban TikTok supposedly was because he was worried about data security with American data getting into Chinese hands.
Yeah.
And now
you're just burning all our data down.
Well, they're either burning all our data down, and either we just won't have data, we'll have them replace it with just BS. Or now we also have Elon's tech bro teenagers who have access to the Department of
racist tech bro teenagers.
I forgot about that one. These are boys whose brains aren't even fully formed yet, who have access to all of our social security.
Oh, they're going to fix the air traffic control system.
Oh, how's that going so far?
I'm flying next week. Like, what the hell? Yeah, the new Secretary of Transportation's like, hey, good news, everybody. The DOGE is coming in to upgrade our air traffic control system. Hi.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it came out this week that this one of the Dogers is connected to a racist. Wall Street Journal reported this. A racist, deeply misogynistic, racist online
I'm not
presence.
shocked.
So these guys are in there tearing it all apart. And I think if people took a shot every time we said data, this show, they're gonna have a nice little Friday, or Saturday, whatever day you're watching this. The point is, like, that it's kakistocracy, and I keep saying this every time.
I like the broligarchy.
The worst, the broligarchy, whatever it is the
Can't remember
worst.
Where I heard that from.
People in there making terrible decisions and taking sledgehammers, and that's not smart policy, and that is tearing away at the foundation of what has made us great.
It's a complex system. that would be like, I don't know, if our car broke down and you're like, I don't know, I'm just going to get in there with a hammer and try and figure this out myself.
Yeah.
It would not go well.
No,
I couldn't do it either.
No. Are you speaking about me personally?
I was, but I didn't want to. Yeah. Same with me. If our car broke down, I couldn't get in there and fix it. I don't have a knowledge of that complex system. I have a knowledge of other complex systems, not our car.
You know what I was thinking this week?
What's
After World War II, when Europe was devastated and destroyed, the United States immediately came in with massive, it was the MacArthur Plan. It was a massive investment in Europe and helping to rebuild Europe. And that forged allies, and that was our coming out as a superpower. And for the next 80 years, we have benefited from that as we've had a higher standard of living, higher GDP, and we've done it all right. But those institutions, it didn't just happen on its own.
No,
it was the investments we go back to into creating a healthy, safe, secure world where we write the rules that led to the last 80 years. And I'm just deeply worried for the health of Americans too, and the safety and prosperity and security of our country, and the people I serve too, going forward with how things are going so far. But again, Trump seems to have a plan for everything. Meanwhile, I just paid over $9 for a dozen eggs at our local grocery store.
He said he was going to fix that.
Yeah, at $4, they were upset about the eggs. I just paid $9.
But now they're not upset about the eggs.
She made a quiche. Amanda makes great quiche.
They're great. I highly recommend.
Yeah, fantastic. And she's
those are expensive quiche. If you think
those are expensive quiche. $9. Trump, JD. Remember JD did the whole grocery store thing? Fix the price of eggs. It's on you now. They don't
go grocery shopping. They don't know.
He did. He staged a thing.
That's always it. They are the weirdos in the grocery store who are like, look at these eggs. They are $4 and the price behind them says $2 or something. Yeah. But now they're $9.
That cat's going crazy over there. She's got a toy she's really into. Anyways, it's fine. Look at her go. Well, this has been another episode of Homefront Headlines. I'm Casey. I was going to say I'm Amanda Weinstein. I'm Casey Weinstein.
We're dealing with this. I'm Amanda Weinstein.
My wife, Amanda Weinstein. We're going to celebrate our son's birthday this weekend. Shout out to our little boy. Yeah. So we're going to have a nice little weekend. And we hope that you do too. And we will see you next time on
Homefront Headlines.
Be safe out there. Bye, everybody.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.